At the T-minus 3-minute mark, tape recorders on board the spacecraft were turned on. These recorders record both voice and data. We have ignition sequence start. The engine now building up to 7.7 million pounds of thrust. We have a launch commit and we have a liftoff. Moving back. The Saturn V lifting off with power.
This is WOMM-LP operating out of Burlington, Vermont, 105.9 The Radiator. Good evening, it is The Rocket Shop. I'm your host, Tom Proctor, and with me tonight is Andriana and the Bananas. Hello.
Hello.
Nice to have you back in the studio.
It's so wonderful to be here again.
Yeah, excited to learn all about the Bananas. I don't think they were present from the last time I spoke to you.
Just a little rebranding.
It's a little bit rebranding. All right, cool. You've got a few banana items with you actually this evening as well.
Yes. One is a yow catnip banana, and the other is a banana fish.
It's funny, my younger sister was here last week, and she would not evangelize highly enough about that Yao catnip banana, that exact product you have on your keyboard right now.
I mean, it just gets to me. It makes me bananas.
Yeah, well, you should have met her. I feel like you two would have got on like a house on fire.
Probably.
Anyway, before I start yammering on, we'll start with the song. So what have you got for us?
We've got Neon, which is the first track of the new album, Return to Sincere.
Okay, Neon there by Andriana and the Bananas. Kind of prog rocky, actually, that one.
Oh,
Do you want to tell us a little bit about that track?
that one was actually written while I was in college, a fairly long time ago. And I was kind of in a place where I was just in the practice rooms constantly, just kind of in my own little world, me and the piano writing songs. And there was kind of this moment where I was like, why am I doing the same thing over and over? This is so weird. What a strange existence being a musician. And then I kind of decided to keep doing it. And this was kind of my Zen prayer to my little neon speck inside of me to keep going and going.
Oh, clearly it worked.
I hope so.
Has the track, you say you made it quite a while ago, you wrote quite a while ago, has the track changed significantly or not at all, or somewhere in the middle since you came up with it to where it is now?
Well, I mean, I've been jamming with Pat Markley, this guy on bass over here, for quite some time, and honestly, it's evolved, but it hasn't really changed in a sense, because it's just in the moment you're feeling whatever you're feeling. And as for the musicians, I think that is kind of this, or at least similar in my band. I kind of let them explore. This is like kind of my quote unquote one chord tune, so it's easy to improvise, it's easy to feel, and so like yes, but kind of no.
Is it still your like mantra song? Is it kind of like that? I don't want to say safety blanket, but I just said safety blanket.
It's a bit of a safety blanket. It's my neon safety blanket.
Yeah. Is
Yeah,
it the
I'll
one
come
you
out
come
and
back
say
to?
it.
Yeah.
I mean, yes. It's more of like, I mean, I love kicking it off with this one because it grounds me and it sends me out. Yeah, I know it just very, very well.
Yeah. How rude of me! I didn't let you introduce the band.
Yes.
You managed to introduce one, so you should introduce the rest. Or in
Pat
fact, let's
Markley
go
on
from the
the
beginning
bass.
again.
Yeah. Pat Markley on the bass to my right. In behind is Matthew Jaden on the drums. And to my right, Luke Autry on guitar. That's my left.
That is your left.
That's
As someone in the theatre, I'd expect you to know, your rights and your left.
still can't do stage right, stage left.
Yeah.
I have to think about it for a second.
So as I mentioned, this is I think your third time coming on. We had you a long, long time ago when I've interviewed you. I think last year you got interviewed by Abby.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I guess what have you been up to since 2017? I think I interviewed you last, but really, what have you been up to in the last year?
Goodness, yeah. I mean, my new album, my first full-length album, finally came out. That was a COVID album, developed, in seclusion / being grounded. And I worked with a lot of people on that one. Luke Autry was one of the studio producers on that album as well. It's called Return to Sincere. Matt Jaden also plays on it. Pat Markley also plays on it. I happen to play on it as well. But there have been some music videos as well that were really great to kind of tie in artistically with the release, which I really appreciated on. And I think collaboration has been something that I've come to really, really enjoy, from little me in college in a little practice room inventing neon, to like It's the Last Time, which we'll not do next, but save it for the end.
Right. That's the Fat Lady Sing song, That's,
I think so.
It's the flourish.
Yeah.
So as you said, this is your first studio album. You've been playing for a number of years now. So how did it feel to finally get it done? What was tell us the process from like literally beginning to how it feels now, and what you're doing with it now.
The start of it was appreciating the fact that, I can do it later. I can do it later. Now it's COVID. Now I'm here alone with my thoughts and dang, do I ever wish I had something other than my first little EP to like show my current work. And for a long time, I kind of was just like, oh, wait, but just like this next song, maybe like this next song. And the second I wrote, like, it's the last time, I was like, okay, this needs to happen. I don't really know at what capacity, but I just kind of started amalgamating the songs that I've been playing throughout the years with musicians as well, and their inspiration when they bring it in to the stage / rehearsal, and it just kind of melded into this creature that equaled a thing about different perspectives and different routines. Yeah.
Did the songs that you put on the album, they all from your past, or were there any songs that you created specifically for this album?
Well, I always have like an album in the back of my mind. I think Return to Sincere, actually, the titular track, was the one that I kind of wrote at the end that kind of meshed everything together, that kind of also pushed my electronic side of me a little bit more, because I wanted to show, different perspectives of the same kind of routine that we all go through, morning, noon, night. And that one kind of encompassed this like new direction of mine that I had to have in there.
Is that what Return to Sincere refers to? The kind of the day-to-day routines, the mantras, the little talisman that you do on a daily basis in order to ground you? Is that what Return to Sincere refers to?
Ground me. Well, I think it's more the acceptance of wherever you are in that routine. If you hate it, if you're kind of sick of it, if you're on the return to sincerity, as to gratefulness, as to, #grateful about everything, in our white privileged lives / or not so. That all coming together in this circular type disc.
Yeah.
To give to people was.
And when did the album come out?
It came out last year. It's been almost a year. Actually, no, it has been a year and like 1 week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So in your last one, you were like just about to release that. How is this? How's the reception been in the year that you've had with this album kind of being out there? It's not just your one EP anymore. You've got this thing that you were looking for back in the COVID days, and you've actually produced it and finished it and sent it out to everyone. How's that been for you?
It kind of makes things more real to a certain extent. And it also makes me feel really, really honored to work with people around me. I don't know. Musicians are a very rare breed that, just standard band, you need so many different perspectives on their own, doing their own thing, and also being a team to a certain degree. So I think as far as I don't know. I think in my head I was like, oh yeah, well the band doesn't have to, they can chill. Like we can take a year off, whatever. But I think this album kind of was like, made me be like, all right, how about let's use this? Let's do the ugly self-promotion that, on so many levels is very difficult.
Yeah.
At least
very vulnerable.
For me. Yeah. It's tough. Like tooting your own horn. It's it's a weird game. And very time consuming as well. And so I decided to just kind of book even more shows and do the advertising stuff. So that was a cool experience as well. I've never really done that before.
Yeah. Well, I'd love to explore a little bit more about the collaborative experience you've had in a little minute, as well as talk about a couple of these videos that you created. I watched them earlier on today. Very well produced.
Oh, nice.
But first of all, let's hear another song. So what you got for us?
Sure. Well, speaking of music videos, let's do Galaxy Eyes. up to higher cause. Your orbit has me pulled in infinite stars. Ultraviolet soul. Diffraction in my vision. The halo I've been missing. Your galaxy eyes are on me. On me. Your galaxy eyes are on me. The weight of your being is all I want. To follow the leader and look beyond. Your orbit has me pulled in infinite stars. Ultraviolet soul. Fraction vision, the halo I've been missing. Galaxy eyes are on me. On me. Galaxy eyes are on me. Diffraction in my vision, the halo I've been missing. Your galaxy eyes are on me. On me. Galaxy eyes are on me.
All right, Galaxy Eyes there by Adriana and the Bananas. So Galaxy Eyes is one of the tracks you created a music video for.
Yeah.
Kind of dreamscapey vibes on the video that I saw, but like take me through the creative process. What kind of inspired you to create a video specifically for this song, and tell us a little bit about the direction you decided to go in.
Sure. Yeah, so the song itself is all about kind of the human condition in regards to hoping that you achieve some kind of higher existence or higher meaning. I kind of left it open to interpretation because everybody's experience is kind of different relating to that. But there is, this quest as we are alive, this desire to, reach upwards, to get meaning from existence, even thinking of a higher power for some, to, get our lives fulfilled to a certain degree. So this song's about that. And, space is cool too. So, the thought of galaxy eyes, all knowing, all being kind of a human, seeing all, knowing all. As far as the music video, hopefully, in a certain sense, it's kind of reflected. Luke Autry actually did video on that one.
I was going to say, Luke, I saw your name at the end of the video. So, Luke, do you mind coming up and telling us a little bit about your creative process about creating the video?
Sure. It's probably pretty rare that you see my name at the end of a video because I don't really like doing video. I mean, I do like it. I just don't like sitting at a computer for longer than I already do in my life. So I kind of avoid video. So when Andriana convinced me to do the filming for it, my one caveat was that I'm doing everything in real time. We're going to use pieces of glass. We're going to use stuff in the air. We're going to spin cameras around. We're going to spin glasses around. We're going to use water. Pretty much whatever we can use to manipulate and refract the light going in so that we're not doing these effects in post. So pretty much every effect that you saw in that music video was done manually in real time and recorded just like that.
Fantastic.
And she did all the editing.
Yes.
So I handed over hundreds of gigabytes of just weird things that we had, filmed together, and we did it all in the studio across the hall.
Oh, fantastic.
And then she went to town on it.
Yes, Andriana, was that your first time editing video? Did you have to learn this yourself? Or was it something you know already?
I was a YouTube person at the dawn of vlogging.
Oh.
So I had a very bare understanding of kind of cute little effects that you can do, beginning, middle, end kind of a thing. And I had, a brief little intro that way to editing. I did edit my first video, which was actually Cascade. And I also edited, I've edited all of them actually, mostly because I have a very specific vision. And I do let, the videographers do their thing. Don't get me wrong, that consists of probably 80% of the amazingness of the video. But if there's specific things that I want to move the story along, no matter how abstract it is, kind of like how Galaxy Eyes was fairly abstract versus It's the Last Time is a little bit more linear. I really wanted control over those concepts to come out properly. And It's the Last Time as well. I actually had Luke do some video. Josh Miner did some video as well, and also Anthony Marks. He also did some. So combined with a ridiculous amount of gigs of files and me at a certain point probably going a little bit loopy and not really knowing what I was editing anymore, I was able to do all three of those.
I dipped my toe very briefly into video editing in winter this year.
Oh, amazing.
And one evening was enough for me to be like, I am done. This is not the part I want to do. I will find people, I will record them, but I will not do the editing. It's not for me.
It's so time consuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why Galaxy Eyes? Was it because this song is a single on the album, it's one of my favorite ones, or was it I've got a vision for the way this looks in my head and I need to put it on a screen?
I think it was a combo of how it was produced and also having fun with space and light refractions, just welcomed some visions, some ideas. Some of my other songs kind of did that, but not as immediate as Galaxy Eyes, which was kind of almost automatic. And Luke also brought in his ideas as well.
Yeah.
And we spent a few afternoons shopping around, going to architectural warehouse stores and that kind of thing, just finding old wavy glass and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anything that wasn't perfect was potentially usable for us.
It turned into a really cool music video, so congratulations.
Oh, thanks.
It's one thing to do an album, it's quite another one to do an album and then also create the music videos for the singles on the album.
I might not be done yet with the music videos,
Yeah.
but
Who knows?
I don't want to jinx it. I don't know.
Well, I'd love to hear another song. So what have you got for us?
Yes. So this one is the newest. It's called Dirty Crawl. Just a touch could set it off. A direct line straight to your heart. Electric air, electric lines wrap up your cold shoulder across mine. You know it now, it ain't my fault. I love too much, can't fight it off. I slow walk to a low dirty crawl, dirty crawl. Fantasy, pressure release, a counting down to when it's just you and me. Is that enough to diffuse this primal cough? You know it now, it ain't my fault. I love too much, can't fight it off. I slow walk to a low dirty crawl, dirty crawl. Free me of care, head pressed against the wall. You won't hear from me again. Your turn to dirty crawl. You know it now, it ain't my fault. I love too much, can't fight it off. You know it now, it ain't my fault. I love too much, can't fight it off. You feel it now, this no one's lost. This fever dream, can't fight it off. I slow walk to a low dirty crawl, dirty crawl, dirty crawl, high, dirty crawl.
All right, Dirty Crawl there by Andriana and the Bananas. So you said that was one of the new ones. Is that on the new album, or is this a potential for the next one?
New potential
New.
for the next one for sure.
Do you feel like the songs you're creating now are a departure from the songs from your first album or previous songs? Have you matured or evolved or changed?
I don't know.
I don't think
Have I
matured is the right
matured?
word. I think, yeah. Is it? Are you finding yourself in a new space?
Yes, absolutely. There was that year that I was talking about where it was just like live music because I have this album and I've got to do this and there's like ads that I have to do and like all this marketing, blah 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 blah, that we're quote unquote supposed to do, but you don't have to. But anyways, during that year though, I hadn't been able to write. I hadn't really, other than like bare bones practice I hadn't been able to do anything creative. So after a while, I was kind of dealing with this weird writer's block. And then once the winter kind of started thawing, like 4 songs came out of nowhere, and that was one of them. And they came differently for sure. And I know as an artist that I enjoy accepting however they come to me. Like Neon was a poem first, and then the music came. Dirty Crawl was, I was listening to Elvis, and I was like, and I think there was someone who told me, why don't you write anything sexy? And I was like, well, I don't know. And that's like haunted me for the past maybe 5 years. I was actually Pat Markley. And I was like, I don't know, that's so strange. I don't know why I haven't like written anything other than like cutesy love songs. Why haven't I done something a little bit dirtier?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely
came
different
about.
direction.
For
So
sure.
it's good. Like I said, evolving. And with that year of gigging and putting yourself out there, I mean, you're a theatre kid. Was that something you really fully embraced, and by the end of it, you're like, I kind of still love it. I want to still go out and perform, or by the end of it, were you like, I'm kind of ready for a break? How was it for you?
I needed a break.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I certainly enjoy it, but I was also like, I need to write more songs so I can like not go insane on stage and like not drive my musicians absolutely crazy, and like be able to do more shows as well. So I think that kind of like key to unlock the future of Andriana and the Bananas was mostly like also fueled by just the promise of perhaps doing more.
Did you have your routine down pat by the end of the year? Did you have like specific things you engaged the audience with? Did you have little dance moves, maybe pyrotechnics? What did you have anything like that, or are you kind of a get on stage and you do your thing and then you get off kind of thing?
Well, it's tough because every gig is so different. Every show is so different. I'm right now kind of working on perhaps becoming more of a front woman and leaving the piano. So we'll see how that goes. That's kind of the next chapter. And theatrics with that, at least in my head, I'm a really great front woman, but who knows? Maybe that's not what I do. Maybe that's not natural. But we'll find out actually this Friday at Foam Brewery.
Is that the first time you're playing without the piano? Are you recording the piano parts and playing that? Or?
Actually, Joshua Glass is going to step in, my piano dueling buddy / singer-songwriter talent. He's really the only one that I quote unquote trust to be able to play specific, especially like specific piano parts the right way, quote unquote. So I'm relinquishing the reins ever
How
so
does that
slightly.
feel for you?
It's overwhelming, honestly. Yeah, I'm a little nervous.
I feel like, maybe it took a long time to get to this point. Congratulations. I think this is good for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
I think having just the microphone in front of you will unleash new things.
Yeah, it seems like I'm always doing 5 things at once anyways. So, yeah, being just a voice behind a mic would be nice.
Are you going into it just, are you going to practice beforehand just on the mic, or are you just going to go into it like first time, get up on stage, let's just see what happens?
Oh yeah, that's me. No rehearsal whatsoever. No, actually, right after this, we're going to rehearse for a little bit with Josh, and we'll see what we can do. And I've already kind of taught him my parts and stuff, so now the integration happens.
Yeah, that's really exciting.
Yeah.
And do you have many other gigs lined up for the rest of the summer? Are you pretty busy?
Yes. Almost as busy as last year. Should I say a few
Oh, yeah,
of
go
the
ahead.
highlights? All right, I've got this Google Doc up here.
Came prepared.
Just a little. So well, today is Big Heavy World Day, which is amazing. I love being here at the Radiator. Tomorrow, June 29th, Talta Lodge in Stowe, Piano Duel, The Return, 5:30 to 8:30. But this Friday at Foam is like the big one, 9 p.m., supporting Jacqueline Rowe, who is a touring band. Very fun. It's going to be a really fun night. And then another one that's probably going to be a highlight is July 7th at Radio Bean. It's going to be just like a rock night. I won't say the bands yet, but it's going to be local goodness for sure.
Luke's taking a peek.
And then there's July 15th, Plattsburgh, the Strand for Jumpin' in July Fest, which is also a big one. Yeah, and
Wow, you only got into July, and
Yes, I mean it's the end of June.
Yeah, and you've got 3 gigs from now until July. It's
Oh, I've got more than that. Yeah. Don't worry. You can actually
Staying very
check me
busy.
out on Instagram
Yeah.
and see the full schedule, but I'm overwhelmed just thinking about it.
So it didn't ease your foot off the pedal too much then on that front. You are still very much gigging a lot.
I think this year was I kind of need that, and this new song is actually the new songs that I've written are exciting to me, and I want to show everybody. So.
Yeah. Well, we've got about time for one more song.
Yay.
Anything else you want to plug before we leave you?
I don't know. Pat Markley's awesome. Matthew Jaden is awesome. Luke Autry is awesome. We're Andriana and the Bananas. But we would love to see everybody this Friday at Foam. It would be really super cool. And yeah, check out my Instas for more show dates. We always like people in the crowds and connecting with them.
It's also the only sunny day this week. So 9 o'clock at Foam is a great sunset spot and
Golden hour.
And it's the only nice day. So
Banana hour. Oh no.
That's going to get mentioned on stage, I bet. All right, what have you got left to play us?
We've got Like It's the Last Time.
Tables are turning, baby, it ain't time to go. This place is deserted, but you still decided to show. Oh no, the ruins round and wore the rand. With all the thoughts left to sing, won't you dance? Won't you dance? Won't you dance? Like it's the last time. 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 If we get any closer, it might be more than I can take. Heartbeat rediscovered. Grown yet another to break. Too late. The ruins round and wore it's the last time. Like 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 it's the last time I see you. Like it's the last time I see you. Like it's the last time to see you. Like it's the last time. 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 Like it's the last time.
All right, Andriana and the Bananas playing us out with Like It's the Last Time. Thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, thanks so much for having us again.
Yeah, of course. Best of luck with the 1,000 gigs you have between now and October.
Lord.
Thank
you.
Yeah, no worries. Make sure you go at home on Friday, 9 o'clock, golden hour.
Heck yeah.
All right, so next week we are off, but we are back in the studio on July 12th with Eastern Mountain Time. Definitely check that one out. That's another band that I've come in sporadically over the years, so it'll be good to catch up with them.
He's actually the lead of that. He went to my high school.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he's my old friend.
Lovely fella.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, looking forward to having him back in the studio. We'll catch up like old friends. Anyway, that is your lot for this evening. This has been WOMMLP operating out of Birmingham, Vermont, 105.9 The Radiator. It's been The Rocket Shop. I have been your host, Tom Proxer, and good night.
Hey, thank you for having us.